Welcome, Helldivers. On today's episode of Thrash Tactics, I bring you the ARC-3 Arc Thrower, or as I like to call it, Super Earth's Thunder Cannon. Are you ready? Because we're about to drop in and see exactly what happens when you bring this unique weapon to the field. This is one of the most slept on support weapons in the game, and yet it puts out more work than the Employee of the Month. Now here's where we get to see this baby really shine. This thing's going to take every destroyer out in anywhere between 2 to 3 hits. And those shield destroyers, it's not going to matter. You shock them, you stun them, you can go in between 1, 2, or 3. And you keep everything on stun lock. Super Earth's Thunder Cannon is no frickin' joke, man. And what was all this for? Just so we can get the goods. Remember, Helldivers, teamwork makes that Super Earth dream work. So we found the super credits. Yay! So like you saw before, we just got done cleaning up the bots, and now they're trying to make a second push. Over there you'll see a bot factory, but it's not going to matter. Every single time they come through, we're just going to rip them apart. Oh, and if you didn't know, this thing passes right through the armor. It doesn't matter if it's light, medium, or heavy. Electricity is electricity. Now it can't take out any objectives, but that's what the Eagle airstrikes are for. Now something you might want to do with this gun is pre-charge it. It takes a little bit longer to charge up the first time, but every follow-up shot afterwards fires off a lot faster. You'll see me pre-charging a lot throughout the video. Another thing you'll notice is when it's ready to fire, it'll discharge a small white light. That's when you know to release the trigger to fire off. And that right there is the flash I'm talking about. Now, as you can see, I've got this paired up with the shield backpack. If you're trying to tank everything out, this is exactly what you want to do. Take a second or two for this thing to recharge, and then when you got the shield back, go back in and show exactly why Super Earth is going to win this war. Look at that. They just keep sending you bot after bot after bot, and you're just putting them into the ground bit by bit, bolt by bolt. Now you will notice a few weird things that I think they fixed in the recent patch. Sometimes it has an issue of misfiring in weird spots. I'm happy to say that that is no longer a thing. Basically what it would do is it would act like it was firing and nothing would happen. No electric arc, nada. But with this you really want to use your primary for something at range. Kind of like you're going to see right here. But even then, if you can arc this thing off of another bot, you can get the original range of 65 meters. Now you might be wondering what it'll do against the Hulk. And it's going to do exactly what you want it to. You want to bully the Hulk? You can do it. You want to bully 2 or 3 Hulks? Watch till later on in the video and you're going to see just that. Look at that. It couldn't even fire once you hit it at first. Now as you can see in this video, I paired it with the shield backpack because obviously more health. But it works really well with any of the other Rover, Sentry backpacks, the supply pack. The jetpack is really good if you like maneuvering around a lot. Now here you can see me and my squad taking over the base. We come in from different points of entry, that way none of us gets mobbed by too much at once. And look at this. Have you ever wanted to walk into a base and just keep firing and walking in like a juggernaut? Check this out. If you just aim down the center, you control the entire lane. It'll arc between everything in front of you. And people might hate on the shield pack, but I'll tell you what, when you're fighting the bots, and you don't get blasted away by missiles like what just happened there, you'll really appreciate it. As you can see, nobody is free of the curse of your Helldiver wanting to climb on everything like a 3-year-old. But you know what? It is what it is. We all have our quirks. Oh, and something I didn't mention before, but it doesn't have any settings to choose from, and it has 0 ammo, so you'll never run out. So just pair it up with the sickle and you never have to worry about bullets. Now if there's going to be one point in this video that's going to show you exactly what this thing could do, it's going to be right here. Now I'm not saying that this weapon is going to take out everything entirely by itself. In the end it's all about work smarter, not harder. But the fact that you're going to watch us take out 3 Hulks with just an arc thrower and an airstrike is a little bit ridiculous now, isn't it? Now here's one of my favorite things. That Scorcher Hulk is about to burn me with his flamethrower. And it keeps staying at that point of about because it's not getting anywhere. You just stun lock it the entire time. Look at that. 1, 2, 3. Done. Now what if you just stumble upon a problem? Doesn't matter. As long as you're stuck together, if you hit one, you hit the other. And it's just a little ridiculous because 3 shots takes down 1, 3 shots takes down 2. If you're lucky, 3 shot might take down 3. It's literally one of those weapons that gets better the more you learn how to use it. Ever feel like you have to hold the line and you just can't do it? Well, with this you can. You don't need a machine gun, you don't need a rocket launcher, you don't need a 500K. You need the Thunder Cannon. Now, ironically, the enemy that I've seen the most resistant to the arc thrower is those damn Striders. Sometimes those things will take like 5 hits, so let's just make this easier. Throw a grenade at them. Or have the enemy throw a grenade at them. They've been trying to mortar me this entire time. I think the phrase that goes best with this weapon is slow is smooth and smooth is fast. Because this entire time I have not stopped moving, I have not stopped progressing, I have not stopped taking them down. And it's kind of ridiculous. Normally I'd have to run around with an autocannon to take these things out, but then I'd have to waste my backpack slot. And I don't want to do that. Now the one thing I've noticed that I can't reach is those bot gunships. And I'm kind of sad about it, but they fly about 100 meters away, and this thing only has about 50 meters of range. And just like that, a no-death run, courtesy of the Arc Thrower Shield Pack combo, baby. I'd like to take this time to ask you that if you like what you see, or you found this helpful, please leave a comment, like, and subscribe. It's the only way I've found to please the IT gods, and it would make someone very happy. Here we found ourselves a nice little group of bugs. It might not one-shot them, but you keep hitting them and hitting them and hitting them, and you'll just stack up a kill count. And the best part is, you really don't even have to aim. You just point it at them and pull the trigger, and you let the lightning do the rest. By the way, it's about 2 to 3 shots for the bile spewers to take them out. 2 if you land it in the head. And how lucky can you get? We got the super samples on this mission too. Now here we have a charger, and boy oh boy, does this thing work against it. So check this out. It takes 4 shots to take out a charger. That's 1, that's 2, that's 3, and here's the 4th one. I'm just kidding. Realistically, if you're going to take this thing down, it's going to be anywhere between 20 and 22 shots. It's fairly consistent, but it's lower if you manage to hit the same part of the body all the time. Go for the legs, and you can bring that number down to about 14 or 15. But remember, consistency is key. I know it's not the fastest way to take this thing out, but it will consistently take out groups of them. So if it's 1 or 2, you'll be hitting both of them every time you discharge. And did I just go underneath that thing? I love that my buddy's also got an arc thrower. We're literally just toasting everything as we walk through this mission. So, we finally got a Bile Titan. You want to know how many zaps it takes to take this thing down? It takes 1. Honestly, it's just better to use a strat instead. And here we like to work smarter, not harder. But if you really want to know, it's 30 plus. Around 34 zaps before it goes down. And that, Helldivers, is your masterclass on the ARC-3 Arc Thrower, or as I like to call it, Super Earth's Thunder Cannon. Because it's going to zap every cheek that it comes across. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Thrash Tactics. If you like what you see, please remember to leave a comment, like, and subscribe. It's the only way I've ever found to please the IT gods. And don't forget, have fun out there, Helldivers. Whee! Well, it looks like I'm not helldiving anymore.